Okay, YouTube, so I'm going to attempt to film a sinkhole. Go ahead and laugh at me, I know, because my computer's crap and it's not going to be able to record it, but I'll go ahead and try anyway. Got some new software, I'm trying to be optimistic. So, I'm going to my bank. I'm going to bank my held items, bank my equipped items, and my bank is almost full yet again, even though I just gave away like 20 items the other day. Withdraw your ring of kinship and teleport to Damonheim. And as soon as you see that it's a couple minutes to 7 or to whatever 30, like the 30 minutes after the hour, you would want to teleport there ASAP. If you right click on this dude and say teleport and it doesn't let you, like this one, it's okay, well I can't do it at all because I have to wait until 8 p.m. So yeah, so much for that idea. On to the next. I guess this will be a money-making guide because I've previously done one and messed up horribly and did not record the video yet. It still recorded the audio. This software that I'm using, XSplit Gamecaster, seems to be working pretty decent with the full screen client. So we will see how this goes. I haven't looked at the first video I did to see if it actually rendered or not, but we can only hope. And that it did properly, of course. But since I'm not doing that and I am making money, the only thing you need is money in your money pouch. There's saying once, you can't make money without you can't make money without spending money, or you can't spend money without making money. And well, that's actually not true at all, but yeah, you can't make money without spending money. And that as far as the hustle game, like this essentially is just a hustle. You're buying low and selling high to people that are either too lazy or too dumb to care. So like these plant pots, you buy them for 1 gold, you max it out, you buy, so say you get 100 of these from all 3 farming stores, and that's not all of them, by the way, just a few of them, but just the 3 most common farming stores, the one here, the one in Artie, and there's another one somewhere else. I think it's in Shiloh Village. I'm not entirely sure. I will look that up for you though, and it will be, I will have the locations in the description, but I'm gonna show the 2 or 3 most common areas. But first, this first video of the money making is just the materials to buy and sell, along with the selling footage. So you deposit all 14 of these, or all 28. I need to put 28 on here. There we go. And pretty soon we'll have 100 of these. Now, keep in mind that I am not doing a full cash out of each of these stores, because it'll take entirely too long. So I'm just going to show you what stores and what to buy, and then you know what to do as far as to buy all of the items that I tell you to buy from all the stores. All these items are on the wiki. That is how I found their store locations. So I didn't cheat. I didn't look up some secret guide. But once you know what item you can buy low and sell high, you're pretty much in the money. Oh, and anytime you see these implings, catch them. They don't normally have anything useful, but it's good hunting XP anyway. And it makes people think that you're like autistic, like, ooh, shiny, let me go touch this shiny thing that flew by me. But anyways, the reason that these small fishing nets are worth so much now, and I will show you exactly how much they're worth. I have my iPhone charging, so it is functioning as my calculator, which it works really well for that. So let me open up my calculator app. This dude just said grr. Yeah, anyways, I have to open up. Yeah, I have my calculator app open. So we have to go to the price checker. Now keep in mind this costs 1,120 coins. So I'm going to do 1120 minus, and then we're going to put these in all of the one inventory in here, 19,404. And as far as I'm concerned, you can sell them for 650 a piece. So or even 660, but that's pushing it. So you do 650 times 28, because that's a full inventory, 18,200, and you take away the 1,120 or 1120, and you get 17,080 gold for a single inventory that took maybe less than a minute to make. I mean, it would, running there and back, it would probably be about a minute, I guess, but still. And you can get 40 from this store, and the other stores only sell 10, but this 40 store restocks multiple times a day, and the other ones only restock, like, they do multiple times a day too, but it's a pain to wait on them, especially for the feathers. Yeah, so we just calculated that. I'll go ahead and do the plant pots as well, because we have done plenty of those. I will draw 28 of these. Keep in mind that you know, you have to go by the actual number that you can max out of all the stores, and some of these stores require you to do quests. So if you're afraid of quests, or if you hate quests, you're not going to make a lot of money. That's just a fact. But there are plenty of ways to make money. You just won't be making as much money. So these plants, I'm going to go to the price checker, and we're going to add all these plants on here. Now, even though these plants are coming up at 437, I would sell them probably 425, because previously I was only able to sell them for 350 when they were going for 400. So we'll just call it 425, and we'll multiply that by 28. And so the actual selling price of these would be closer to 11,900 gold. If you can sell them for 425 each. If you can sell them for 437 and you don't mind waiting a day or two, then by all means. But I like mine sold right away so that I can keep selling and selling and selling. I will be creating a free-to-play character. I'm not sure what he's going to be called, or he or she, but I'll figure that out later and post it in the description. In the meantime, yeah, so 11,900, and then you take that and subtract the 1,120, and you get 10,780 gold for something that took maybe about a minute or so. So say both of these you're making at least, between the plant pots and the other one, you're making at least 10,000 a minute. You multiply that by 60, 10,000 times 60, because there's 60 minutes an hour, and you're making 600,000 gold an hour just by merching. And you're not going to be doing that the whole hour. It only takes a couple minutes, but the stores take time to refresh. Yeah, so that is a short taste of money making, of course. I will be showing you feathers next, and then at the end of the video I will show tell you how much these things are selling for, and I will do a instant sell, and if they don't sell instantly, I'll keep a couple extra and try to sell them at the base price and see if they sell. Generally, I'm a very good judge of how much something will sell for instantly. It only takes me about maybe 1 or 2 guesses until I can get it sold instantly without wasting any money or getting too much back. So that's a good thing. If you do the animal magnetism quest, you only have to do the first part, but I prefer to do this second part too, just to have the upgraded thing that picks up the arrows and stuff. That is good times. But anyways, you want to do both parts to get the Ava's accumulator as opposed to the Ava's attractor. Or I might be having them mixed up. You can go to buy device if you lose yours. If you just bank yours, or if you die, it will probably more than likely go to Draenor at the Diego. But you trade her, this is after the quest, you cannot trade her or even really talk to her until you finish the quest. I mean, she talks to you a lot, but not about what you want to talk about. So you go to feathers, you go to max, you go to buy. So these 1,000 feathers cost you 6,000 gold. So you will have to have maybe like, I would say you would want to have at least 200,000 to 300,000 a day in your pouch or in your bank account to invest. So don't spend all your money. Never make that mistake. I will show you how to recover from that, but you would have to have a certain level of hunting because the swamp lizards are really, really good money, and it does not cost any money to get them. So it's pure profit. No food, no nothing. You're not fighting them, you're just trapping them. And as long as you don't AFK it and just walk away and leave your nets, then you're not going to be losing any money out of the deal. Yeah, so I showed you the feathers, I showed you the small fishing nets. I have a list on my computer. I'm not going to bring it up now because I'm in full screen, but I will go to Al-Kaharin and show you some of the fancy items there that sell pretty high. And if you have any doubt about it, just buy something for 1 or 2 gold and right-click examine it to see how much it's worth. If it is worth way more than what you paid for it, sell it. Every day, not just once, but every day. There is one particular method. Sorry about that sound. Okay, so we are at this dude. This dude also has feathers, so don't forget that. Buy all 1,000 of his feathers. Yes, buy the feathers. Not trying to sound creepy there. The jug of, you want to buy all 10 of the jugs. You want to buy all 10 of the jugs of water. If you want to make a bit of good money just by filling up stuff, you can buy the jugs from here, all the general stores, and then fill them up with water, and they're worth actually a lot more money. I will show you that here shortly. And you can buy the broken, or partially broken. So anyways, that's really all this dude has to sell. So you make this, and yeah, so that was an intro of the dollars, not the dollar store, and not the Dollar General. What do they call this? The general store. That's what they call it, and not the 100 yen store either. It used to be the 250 yen store, but with the dollar going on a very rapid decline, the dollar store in Japan are now like the 80 or 100 yen stores. It's pretty funny how like our currency got messed up and it messed everybody else up. I mean, it's not funny at all, but it's just kind of ironic. Like, life's a bitch, you know? And when you mess with the wrong people, I mean, shit happens. Nobody really is ever gonna know the whole story, but that's a whole different issue to worry about at a different time. Also, they have a general store up here. I don't know what they sell. And then there's also a crafting store. So if you ever need any threading, the thread store is the crafting store. You want to trade this dude? Oh, he is another general store. This is awesome. The empty pots actually sell really good too. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy the jugs. I'm just gonna buy 10 of those. I'm gonna buy 10 clear boxes. Oh, and you can make serious bank. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can make like about, I think, 2 mil a day just by buying the 20,000 tinder boxes that the dude with the fire cape sells just south of the Sears Bank. I mean, it takes some serious effort, but I mean, time is money, and money talks, and everything else walks. Good times, man, good times. So you max this out, and you're pretty much done buying from this store, and then you go over to bank and bank it. The reason that people buy a bunch of these tinder boxes, they're noobs starting off, they don't know what to do, or they lost theirs or forget to put theirs on a tool belt before they gave it away or threw it away. And a lot of people don't know, some of the quests you do require a actual tinder box, and some of them you can use the one on your tool belt. So it is, anytime you have to right click and use the tinder box with something in a quest, you need an actual tinder box. The only way to get around that is if the quest has been updated to where you can right click on the actual thing, like for example the furnace, and click light. Then it would automatically place the logs in there and light it for you. But anyways, yeah, so let's deposit these. All these. These I got for free, so I'm not going to count those as income. And the crafting store, let's see what kind of goodies they have in there. Wait a second. Oh, okay, never mind. I'll skip out on the crafting store. Let's go to the map. And let me see if I can think. Oh, okay, this is a really good item. A lot of people don't know about it, so it's pretty profitable. Chocolate dust itself isn't that useful. In early herb lore, you can only make energy potions, and you end up spending about 600 gold worth of items, but the potion that you make, even if you buy all the items from NPCs, it sells for 20 gold for energy pot 3. So it's horrible, just horrible. But I keep them for quests. You can never have too many energy pods. And if you're not fighting anything, you just want to run around and do shit, then, or stuff rather, then that is great. So you can bank in this chest if you're free to play. Most of the things I'm showing you are for members. So keep that in mind. I will put that in the title as well. So you right click and you go to buy food. You can only buy food and items once you do part of the, I think you have to do at least 3 of the people from the recipe from disaster, recipe for disaster quest. It's a members only quest, and There's a total of like 8 or 10 people that you have to rescue. I've rescued all but 2, so I think I did like 8 or 6 or whatever. So if I do the other 2 people, I'll be able to buy more of this stuff. I did a guide earlier and it totally got screwed up, so I'm doing the guide again, and hopefully this guide will work in the fact that it will upload and everything will be fine. So I'm going to max this out, and I'll explain exactly why I'm buying chocolate bars, because nobody needs chocolate bars unless you're baking a chocolate cake. But you can use a bar or the dust for the cake. That's what they didn't tell you. Now what you do is you go to we'll examine this. No, you know what? We will go to the price checker. So the price checker for one whole inventory of chocolate is 12,404. Keep that number in mind. And also the price for one of these is 443. If you want to tack on about another 80 gold when you sell this at the GE, you right click, go to powder, and hit space. It'll grind all 28 of them. You only need one cooking to grind these, but you do require a decent amount of cooking to get some of the people rescued in the recipe for disaster to be able to buy food from the chest. There's not that many other stores that sell chocolate bars that I'm aware of. They probably sell them at the Gnome Stronghold, but that is a members only quest, as are most money-making methods. This chocolate dust, oh yeah, I forgot. So remember, the other one was 19,100, I think. And then you're gonna price check this, and we're gonna go to add all. Oh wait, was that 19,000? No, it was 11,900. So this is like another 3.8k more just by grinding it. Get some free cooking experience while you're at it. And then you just deposit 28 of these, and you keep doing this until you buy all, however many they sell in their store. So keep in mind that you're going to have a really decent amount of gold to do this, but you're going to make back way more than what you spend. Because, I mean, just think about it. You pay 20 gold and you're selling it for like 540 or 550 gold a piece. That's 520 gold profit a piece. That's pretty good. So yeah, again, you just click on the chocolate, click max, and then click buy. Again, you're gonna have problems selling the chocolate bar because not a lot of people use chocolate bars, and the ones that do know where to get them. So the chocolate dust is a herb lore. Anything that has to do with high level herb lore and high level summoning is gonna be worth a decent amount, similar to high level hunting. Because if you can make money, or if you have to spend money, people are gonna pay extra money to be lazy, to get it done quick, and you know, you profit from it. It's no big deal. It's the same thing as seen on TV stuff. Do you want to open a can with an electric can opener, or do you want one that opens it for you because your hands are brittle and you can't do shit? Well, you know, everybody has a choice. But anyways, yeah. So that was just for example. I'm not going to buy all 150 of these to prove a point, but I will go ahead and buy max of these cooking apples. And you notice how you have 3 spots left. When you're at the farming store, I didn't mention this, but you need to pick up a box of baskets. And those baskets will very much come in handy. I will show you using a single couple baskets. So for example, if you go to the price checker and you add 5 cooking apples, that's how much would normally be in a basket. Is $14.25. These baskets are like maybe 1 or 5 gold at the most a piece. So you paid a total of 900 for all 25 of these. So you take 900 and you divide it by 5, and you end up getting 180, and the 180 is how much you spend for 5 of these. So for 180 gold, you can make back 2,000 gold. Well, 185 because of the basket. So if you examine this basket, the basket sells for 3 GP. You buy for like between 1 and 5. I can't remember how much it is, but we'll just call it 5 just to be on the safe side. And then you use the cooking apple with the basket, and then you use it with the other basket. You can't eat these because they are not cooked. And then you fill apples and fill apples, and it sounds like I'm saying some stupid name like stew pickles, but oh well. You know. And you can either save these for doing willow trees if you want to keep digging up the stumps and the roots. The roots sell pretty decent because you can use them for herb lore, I believe, or for some type of skill. It might be for the divination, the new skill. I remember when summoning first came out. That was a long time ago. Anyways, let me just keep one of these baskets out so I can show you. You go to examine. This basket is selling for 2,200, and just like a couple days ago they were 2,000. I mean, almost all the items on this list that I'm making are items that would otherwise be they're items that are worth nothing, in the sense that it doesn't cost a lot of money to buy them from a NPC, but they're also worth a lot in the fact that they keep going up in price in the GE. And so you have two choices. If you have about 5 or 10 mil lying around, would you rather invest in something that's steadily increasing in price, or would you rather just sell it right away and get your money back? That is the thought of the day, essentially. Do you spend or do you save? Do you save to spend, or do you save to sell? You know, it is what it is. Do you save money, or do you save items that are worth money that keep increasing in value? It's the same thing as buying like a box full of a certain kind of toy. You can buy a whole case of toys from a toy store. They don't mind selling it to you. I mean, Five Below, you know, they could do that to you, because I work at Five Below. We do stocking and stuff. So I mean, there are customers that come in there and order a case of something, and it's like we count them up and price them, and it's like, yep, by all means, you can buy the whole case. We're not going to stop you. Employees get a discount, though. That's the funny part. But that's off topic. So yeah, it's the same thing as collecting toys and antiques, things that increase in value. But they have a chance of decreasing too, just like anything else. I mean, just look at the Bitcoins. Bitcoins, they increase and decrease all the time. There was a point in time where Bitcoins were a penny. If I would have bought $200 or $2,000, say I just had 200 bucks lying around, I bought them for a penny a piece. So you pull out your imaginary calculator, except mine is an actual calculator. You do $200 and you multiply it by 100, because there's 100 pennies in a dollar. You have 20,000 Bitcoins. Bitcoins are worth way more than a dollar now. They are worth, let me go ahead and check. Well, actually, no, I don't have time to check, because this guide's already getting pretty long. But last time I checked, they were 900, and then it went down to $600 a piece. But if you would have bought them back then, you would be filthy rich if you sold them when they were 1,000. So, you know, microcurrencies and digital currencies are a way of making or losing a lot of money. They made a South Park episode about Bitcoins. It was hilarious, one of the best episodes ever. And yet it was very accurate. As soon as you put your money into Bitcoins, you have to realize that there's a good chance of losing it right away. So I've done enough talking. I'm going to withdraw my usual, well, actually no, I'm going to leave this equipment in here because I got to do dungeoneering eventually. But I'm going to go to the GE and go sell this stuff, so let's get it sold. Let me see. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, buy these grapes. Any store that sells grapes, buy it like it's hotcakes. These sell for, I mean, they buy for gold a piece. And you notice how I bought all 25 of the apples and they're already starting to restock. Some stores stock some items more than others. Like these pots of flour, I forgot to mention. The grapes and the pots of flour are a killer way of making money. So we'll just pretend like I have 28 of these buckets. But you bought these things, you see a pot of flour is 14 coins. You examine these and it's worth 214. That's a 200 gold profit per one. And this store sells 100. The Cook's Guild sells 150 a day. So that's 250 times 200, and that would be your profit. Times 200. Yeah, and that's 50k just for a few minutes of your time running back and forth. And this one, you don't have to do any running because the bank is the same place that you buy it at. Kind of ironic. And then yeah, these grapes again. If you see somebody killing guards and they're not picking up their grapes, pick up the grapes. These things are almost 2,000 a piece now. I remember when grapes were 5 gold. I mean, like, seriously. These things you only pay a gold for a piece. So people think, oh, these are worthless. No, it's 2,000 a piece. It adds up. These right here, that's 12,000. Just from me sitting here and buying them for 6 gold. Or, yeah, 6 gold. That's quite a profit margin. And to conclude the tutorial, we're going to go to Edgevale. You do need a... what do they call that? You need a certain level of agility to access the shortcut, and I'm not sure the exact amount. Impromptu celebration west of Ark. What kind of weird dude is this? What's happening? A trader named Sam has set up an impromptu celebration west of Ark. Balloon drops happening in the area, and Sam's provided special barbecues that provide cooking XP bonus. Yeah, I've never actually seen that before. It's kind of interesting. Oh, and the impides. A lot of people just leave those on the ground. They sell 200 a piece, so I mean, if you stack them up over a long time, and you'd be better off killing the imps anyway, because they drop white, yellow, black, essentially every color beads, and the beads can be worth anywhere from 1,000 upwards to like 15,000 depending on the color. The color doesn't matter when you're making a potion, but some people are picky and OCD and they like to have a complete collection of junk. Yeah, so anyways, we're going to note these items. Keep in mind that this is not a whole day's worth of profit or even a whole, run. This is just like these things, you buy 10 of them in one store. If I would have bought 10 in 2 different stores, I could have made a lot more money. Like, okay, I'm going to show you something that's useful. And this is something that not a lot of people do. You withdraw 20, you could technically do 28, but I only have 20. You withdraw your jugs, and you click on use jug with fountain. People do this all day long. And in fact, there's one that I'm going to show you that is super closer than this to an A bank. And nobody's here from my guild. That's odd. Or clan rather, same difference. Anyways. Yeah, I'm an administrator to the Hops Elite. It kind of sounds like obsolete, and I didn't even realize that until I started making a video. So that's the hilarious part. Yeah, so I'm going to withdraw all these items that I just bought. Keep in mind that you can buy a total of 200 flour if you have access to the Cook's Guild or the Chef's Guild rather, and you have a chef's hat on, and because that's 150 from there alone. And then if you get like all but 2 of the things done, you can buy 100 of these at the food bank, is what I like to call it, but it's actually the food chest. but it says buy food bank on the thing, so I'm like, okay, well, what am I gonna buy, some food stamps? Anyways, yeah, these willow branches didn't cost me a penny to make, because after you, jeez, I hate it when people do that. After you plant them, they are pretty much, you plant them and you pay the farmer once. As long as you don't chop down that tree and take the stump out of the ground, you are good to go as far as not paying any more money or materials. Hold on. Okay, I'm back yet again. So I'm trying to get all of these items that I essentially merged or made to sell. There's the jug of water, there's the bowl of water, there's the bowl, there's the pot of flour, there's also the empty pot. There's the willow branch. I don't have the empty pot because I sold all those already. There's the plant pot, there's the cider. Once you do the Fremnik Trials quest, and also once you do the Lunar Diplomas, or no, it was Fremnik Trials, because or Fremnik Isles. I think it was Isles because that's where it unlocks the other one. But whichever one is miscellanea, and you do the thing where you gotta try to make peace between the two kingdoms that accidentally got stuck in a war. And you find the stolen items and you kill a couple evil like monsters and find a bunch of brats that were trying to plot everything. Yeah, major spoiler alert, my bad. But anyways, so yeah, once all that is said and done and you have access to the dungeon underneath the castle side where the woman is at, as opposed to the side that has the Yeti, or as I like to call him, the Yeti troll. Then you have access to the dungeon. There's no monsters down there. Well, there is one, but essentially the only reason to go down there is to buy the cider. You buy it for 2 gold a piece. You sell it for, I think about 1,200 on the GE, so you can buy about 10, and I think they restock about every hour. So really, it's just something to do when you're over there, so if you're bored, you know, if you want to make some money. Let's see. I'm looking for noob items that I used to keep up here. Oh yeah, here's some empty pots. So let me go to note. Okay, it's already in note. I am going to withdraw 30 of these because you can buy 10 from each store, and that's 3 stores. But there's a way more general stores than that. That's just an example. These chocolate dust. I'm going to withdraw all of this because as far as the chocolate dust is concerned, you can buy up to 150 if you get all of them but 2 of the things done for the recipe for disaster. Each of the quest items are lengthy, so if you were to do every person on the list, it would take you maybe 2 or 3 days of nothing but questing if you already had all the requirements. If you don't have the requirements, it'll take you maybe a couple months or a couple decades, a couple years. It'll take a while, especially if you're the occasional gamer, not the all-day gamer like me. But anyways, oh, these cockatrice eggs. Here, I will show you an example. I think I gave away all of my, oh darn it, let me note these. I think I gave away all of my summoning potions just to make room, but these spider's eggs I got for free underneath the Kajarma volcano. There's a middle entrance, or the main entrance where it has that city with the monsters and you kill them, you get the Tokul. It kind of sounds like too cool, but it's their currency that you can use to buy weapons and things of that nature once you complete the quest, which I'll probably do today because I'm kind of bored of skilling. But yeah, anyways, these Kadava berries are the only thing you can really use them for is to make that poison for the quest. The reason why they're tradable and not a quest item is there's a certain plant that you can do, I can't remember which one it is, and you have to pay them with 15 Kadava berries, and nobody's gonna sit there and harvest 15 of them, so that's the main reason that they sell so high and so often at the GE. Also, let me see. Yeah, these cockatrice eggs, these are a drop. They don't drop all the time, but it's like every 5 or 6 ones you kill, if not every 10, they'll drop those. It's a very common drop from the cockatrices, but sometimes it takes a little while if you're first getting started. And since you can get 25 of these a day, for example's sake, I'm going to withdraw 5 of these because that's a day's worth of apple baskets. What else do we have? That should be it. And then you go to, and I promise this will be the end of the video, and I might just, you know what, I'm going to pause it here, and then I'm going to, no, I'm not going to pause it, because then you're going to think I cheated the video. So I'm just going to go through with this. You go to sell, you click on the jug. These jugs I can normally sell for $3.50, and they sell pretty well, see? I just got 13,000, but I only asked him for 10,000. So I mean, I could have sold it for a regular price, I guess, or a couple gold under. This is 181. I always lowball to a certain amount just to get it sold, so 175, we'll call it even. And this might not sell for a while. The bowls are actually worth more, go figure. And you can actually empty the water out of these bowls, but what I would do is I would put these out here, and I would sell these for 150 gold a piece. Is that what I had before? No, I have 175. And I'm going to confirm this, and just let it sit there for a whole day. It'll sell within a day or so. This, oh wow, this is only worth 7, so completely take back what I said about the empty pot. I will put a giant annotation not to buy the empty pots. They used to be worth 400 gold a piece, but times change. So these cockatrice eggs are more than 2k a piece, and you should be able to sell them at exactly 2,000 a piece. If not, just for like a fair market type thing, just do 1,900. You're only losing 100 on each one, and considering the fact that they're pure profit and you didn't have to spend anything to make them, then you'll be fine. We'll just leave these while we sell the other stuff. And we're going to sell this pot of flour. We're going to sell it right at the market value. We're going to wait on this. We're going to sell these branches. These are going for 10.57. We're going to sell these 900 a piece. This is what I always do. Trust me, it works. You go to confirm. If nobody at the time is interested in these, then they won't buy them. But if they are, like you see, I was supposed to get 10,800. I got 13,000 because this is the total of what they were worth. They bought them at the exact market value, or maybe a couple pennies under. But and quite often people will pay more than market value for something that's rare. I mean, just look at the seasonal items, for example. So yeah, 526. Just confirm. This will sell instantly, and it will sell for the entire price. I didn't even check to see. Oh yeah, I got an extra 10k on those because it was only supposed to come up to 54. That's awesome. And these grapes, they are a free spawn at the chef's guild, and I'm just gonna do 1900 and confirm. And again, these sold for 1900 even for people that collected a bunch of. This wire, nothing serious. But for people that collected a bunch of new materials back in the days, these materials are starting to add up. These Kadava berries are selling 195 a piece. These things right here, just type in 2,000, and they'll either sell right away, or you might have to wait a couple minutes, but they will sell pretty quick. These plant pots, I know it says 437. You could do 425, but I'm just gonna do 400 and play it even. And play it, play it, well, it's not really fair, but Um, play it easy. There we go, play it easy. And then the cider, remember I only paid 2 gold a piece for these. And it's $12.72. We'll just do market and see if it sells. Yep, it does. You want to know why? Because people want to put a cider thing in their house, and they need 10 cider to build a cider container thingy. So if you have 10 that you can get there at daily or hourly or whatever, then that is exactly how much they need. These red spider eggs use in herblore, no, level 22. And then you just hit the down arrow. Actually, you know what? Let's just do 1500 even. You're only losing about 100 gold, and you very well see it was supposed to be 106 and it came out to 107, so you actually got more than the market price for it. These I'm just gonna sell it. If they don't sell right away, you might have to go below what you originally intended them to be. So these are 117. We'll say 75. Enter. Because I mean you're not losing that much on it. And then like these for 150, they're not selling. So again, you try to play hardball with them. You sell it for 90. That's half of what it was supposed to be worth. And these empty pots I don't think are going to sell at all because they're way cheaper in the stores. Well, not way cheaper, it's the difference of 1 gold to 7 gold, but nonetheless. That's why I haven't sold them yet. So I'll have to look at the video. I think I started with 2.9 mil and now I've got 3.0. 6.3, so pretty good. And oh, these papayas, they are a killer as far as how much they cost, but you can use the papayas to pay a person for growing a palm tree or some type of tree that I can't grow yet because my farming level. Yeah, so that's about it. This is my first part of the money making tutorial as far as items to sell. The second part will be the locations of all of these items. I will go one item at a time and show you all the locations, and then the number of ones that you can max by a day. And I'm not going to add it up for you this time. You can do it yourself. And it is almost 8:30, which means it's almost time for my sinkhole. And this video is going to be almost an hour long. Wow. Well, I hope you guys enjoy it. I certainly did. The other day I was making a video and I was in a really shitty mood. I'm not even sure why. I'm a really nice person, but you know, sometimes these things happen. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. I'm going to check on this. So I just got the money back for all the cockatrice eggs, 7,600 for how many of them? 4? Okay, that's not bad. So that's almost 2k a piece. And then this water bowl, I sold one of them for 90. Gotta see how many other people play ball with me. These baskets you might have to sell at 1,900. Let me double check though. Yeah, if they don't sell at 2,000, unless you want to wait a whole day to sell these, which I don't, then you want to knock down the price to say 1,900. And then you hit confirm, and wait a second. Yeah, 1,900. These will sell within like 5 minutes upwards to a half hour, but it'll be a lot quicker than trying to sell them at 2k. And it really just fluctuates based on the time of the day and who exactly is on and who's off, because at any point in time somebody could require the use of one of those. It's just completely random as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so again, thank you for watching my guide. I will have another guide on where to get the money-making items, and look forward to producing a lot more videos and listening to your feedback and potentially constructive criticism. Good times. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoy. Have a good day. Bye.